And I told myself, Taylor, you're only going to get 2 to 3 books because you only need these 3 books. I left with 6 books, and so my wallet hates me. Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Taylor, and for those of you who are new, which is a majority of you guys, this is Secretly Wild, my booktube. I figured we'd just hop right in, so today I'm going to be doing a book haul, and these are some books that I have bought over the course of the last few months, so not all in one trip, but some of them I did buy like in 4s. But we're not going to talk about that. So let's get started. Okay, so the first set of books that I bought are the 100 series by Cass Morgan. These are the last 3 books, so I do have the first one, but I'm just loaning it out to my dad right now, so it's not here. So these are what the covers look like. This is the second book, The 100 Day 21, and then we have The 100 Rebellion, and then we have The 100 Homecoming. So yeah, these are the 3 books, and then of course the first book is just called The 100. So if you don't know what this series is about, it is basically about the world has ended, kind of. Like, Earth was blown up, nuclear war, and so a bunch of people ran to space in order to survive. And so it's basically been a couple hundred years, and life is just really different in space, or on the colony, which is what it's called. And so if you commit a crime and you're under the age of 18, you get put in prison. And so basically the premise is that 100 criminals, so they're all teenagers, are sent down to Earth to see if Earth is viable. And it kind of goes from there. I don't really want to spoil anything. It's really good. It is a TV show, so if you have seen it, I still definitely recommend reading the books because it's not like way different, but it is like there's different characters. The storyline is a little different. You get a little bit more interaction between some characters than you do in the show. So I've read the first and the second book, so I haven't read the last 2, but I am loving it so far, and I think that's because I have seen the series, like the TV show, and so I have this like deep connection towards the characters already. So I've been like, I blew through the first 2 books, like I read them each in like a day. Yeah, so I'm excited to continue. But yeah, I definitely recommend this series. Yeah. Okay, the next book that I bought is all over Bookstagram and BookTube. I've seen so many videos about people reading this book, and so I had to pick it up. And it is Red, White, and Royal Blue. So I have not read this yet, so I'm gonna read the back to you because I do have a problem with just picking up books and not really knowing what they're about. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. I'm gonna get it. So yeah, so this book, when his mother became president of the United States, Alex Claremont Diaz was promptly cast as the American equivalent of a young royal. Handsome, charismatic, genius, his image is pure millennial marketing gold for the White House. There's only one problem. Alex has a beef with an actual prince, Henry, across the pond. And when the tabloids get a hold of a photo involving an Alex/Henry altercation, US/British relations take a turn for the worst. And then there's more, but I'm gonna leave it at that just because I want to like still go into this book more of a mystery kind of thing, even though I've watched a lot of videos, so I kind of know what's about. But yeah, so I got this book. It's highly recommended. Let me know if you want me to do a review on this, a review video, or a vlog, because maybe I'll do that. Because it's only like, oh, it's like 400 something pages, so maybe I can get it done in like a day, maybe a day and a half. Next book I bought, I'm pretty excited about because I've only read one book by this author and I fell in love. So this next book is Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo, and I have read Ninth House, and I'm obsessed with Ninth House. I constantly think about it all day, every day, and desperately want to reread it, but don't want to like ruin the story for myself by constantly reading it over and over and over again like I do with music. So I bought this book because I want to read more about more works by Leigh Bardugo, and my friend Mia really requested it. She said she loved it and thought that I would love it too. And again, don't really know what it's about. So yeah, I bought this book. I've only ever heard great things about it, and I can't wait to read it. The next book I bought is Dune by Frank Herbert. So I'm sure, as a lot of people know, there is a movie coming out with Zendaya and Timothée Chalamet, and it was supposed to come out like this December, but then it got pushed back to next year, so, which is kind of nice because then I get extra time to read this. So yeah, had to pick up the book because I've only ever heard great things about this book before I even knew it was being turned into a movie. I'm just excited. Okay, next book that I have is The Dante Club. And this is one that I just saw on the shelf at Barnes & Noble's and was like, ooh, that has to be good. And so far, by the description, it sounds pretty freaking awesome. Basically, the premise of the book is that there are killings that are like similar to Dante's Inferno. And so there are all these people who study Dante come together and they help solve the murders. So it's like set in 1865, yeah. It's set in 1865, so it's a little like period piece. I'm really excited, and yeah, it should be fun. I haven't read Dante's Inferno, but I really want to, but I feel like I need to read that with other people in order to get a better comprehension, because I feel like if I just read it by myself, then I'm not really gonna understand, and I'm just gonna be like, ugh, okay, moving on. But yeah, so maybe, hopefully I'll get to do that one day. Maybe I'll do that with my friends. Or if any of you want to do it, I'm down. Let me know in the comments or message me if you want to do a Dante's Inferno read along where we can help each other understand what's going on. Alright, next book I have been waiting all year to get, and I am so happy that it's finally in my possession. I love Danielle Page. Danielle Page is amazing. She wrote the Dorothy Must Die series. I talked about it in my booktube newbie tag. Yeah, obsessed with all of her works. I even read Stealing Snow by Danielle Page. Oh my gosh, it was amazing. Yeah, so Danielle Page, Cass Morgan, The Ravens. They co-wrote a book called The Ravens, and it's about witches who are in a sorority, and I was in a sorority. We're not going to talk about that, but I was, and I love witchcraft. So, oh my gosh, and by two amazing authors, I just couldn't resist. So yeah. I'm really excited that I got this. I saw it at Barnes & Noble's like the last time I went, and I told myself, Taylor, you're only going to get 2 to 3 books because you only need these 3 books. I left with 6 books, and so my wallet hates me. But part of the reason I got those extra books because I saw this and I was like, I can't leave without this book. I've been waiting for it for so long. Like, yeah. And it has the Barnes & Noble sticker. So I kind of have to try to get this off, but it's going to be a pain, so I don't know. I might leave it on. Barnes & Noble's, Target. Please stop putting stickers on your books. Like, I feel like it decreases the value of the beautiful artwork that the designers take so much time to make? I don't know. Like, I don't know. But yeah, I'm excited about this one. The next book I bought is, yet again, because I want to watch this movie, and it's already out, and it looks really good, and Tom Holland's in it, so yeah, it is The Devil All the Time by Donald Ray Pollock? Pollock? Hopefully I'm saying it right. Pollock? Most likely Pollock. But yeah, it actually sounds super, super interesting. I just picked it up because I knew it was a movie and Tom Holland was in it, and you know, I like his movies. But when I actually like read the back, I was like, wait a minute, this like sounds really awesome. I'm assuming it's based around like this dad and a son and some of the characters that are around them, but it has murder, or at least it is kind of promising me murder. So I really hope there's murder in this book. But I'm getting those murdery vibes. And on the back it says that there's like serial killers in it, so has to be murder, right? I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll do a reading vlog on this and then I'll watch the movie and show you guys my reactions. Ooh, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. We're coming up with ideas. Okay, folks. Alright. Next book that I have is Collected Oscar Wilde. And this is just the Barnes & Noble's editions, which these are surprisingly cheap for like how big they are. And I don't know, they're just like cheap. I mean, they're money, they cost money, but I love Oscar Wilde, and that is why I've named this channel and my Bookstagram Secretly Wild. I read The Picture of Dorian Gray earlier this year, and I'm obsessed, so I need to read everything else by Oscar Wilde. He's also my mom's favorite author as well, and I got to see his statue in Galway when I went to Ireland, like 4 years ago. Man, I can't wait until I can travel back to Europe and maybe just, you know, stay there for a while. Yeah. Scotland, Ireland, I miss you guys. So yeah, I got this, and it just has like a bunch of his works, obviously. Oh, totally forgot it. I already put a bookmark in here. It's a Van Gogh bookmark. My mom ordered like 60 of them from I don't know where, but they're just like different bookmarks with Van Gogh paintings on them. It's really cool. I'm actually mailing my friends like some of them because there's so many and my mom and I don't need that many bookmarks. So yeah, we have like his journalism, his essays, fiction, poems and prose, poems, lectures. So I'm really like diving into Oscar Wilde and trying to just feel his presence, to be honest. Like, I really enjoy his writing. I don't know. So yeah, I got this book. Next book I bought is The Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires, and oh my gosh, is this book amazing. It's totally different than I thought it was gonna be, and in a really good way. I read the whole book, obviously, but there's like a little story, oh my gosh, forgetting the name. Also, look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. We love, yes. Yes. That's rude. So there's an author's note at the beginning, which I always highly recommend reading the author's note just because they're important. If it's in the book, most likely the author wants you to read it. In the author's note, Grady Hendrix basically mentions that he came up with a story in terms of thinking about his mom and like how she was, like in his eyes growing up, like, okay, I'm gonna put her against Dracula and we're just gonna go for it. And yeah, that is kind of how it goes, and it's really interesting and it's really different, and it talks a lot about the roles of women, and I'm forgetting what, I think this is like the 80s and the 90s is when it's placed in, And so it talks about like the role of women in terms of being a mother, being a wife, what you do and you do not do. Yeah, and that's interesting and also infuriating as a woman. So yeah, but I mean, it works really well in the story. Yeah, I definitely recommend it. It's really good. So this next book is another book that has been all over BookTube and Bookstagram, and that is The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I have purposely been avoiding like anything about this book because I know I want to read it. So I am going into this blind. All I know is there are 7 husbands and Evelyn Hugo, and that it's actually not like in the perspective of Evelyn. Like it's like it's being written out by someone kind of like a ghostwriter. I think I heard that. But yeah, I've only ever heard great things about this book. Probably because when I look at it, I'm only like, oh, it looks great. Probably because when I see posts about it, people are like, ah, yes, I love it. And if someone says no, I don't pay attention to it just because, I don't know. I'm like, the stakes are high for me with this one. For some reason, I feel like it has to be amazing. My mom read it and she loved it, so I feel like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna like it. Yeah, so I got this one. Okay, I'm on to the last book, and then this video will be over, and you can stop watching my face. So the last book that I bought is Vicious by V.E. Schwab. Oh, yeah, has another sticker. It was buy one, get one 50% off, and, you know, Barnes & Noble just knows how to take my money. So I had to do it. So yeah, I bought this book. I have read nothing by V.E. Schwab, and that is just a failure that I have to adjust. I really want to read The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I'm pretty sure that's the title of the book. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the title of the book. Because I've heard like kind of mixed things about it, but like, I don't know, it's been all over BookTube. It seems like really interesting, and V.E. Schwab is definitely an author that I need to read, so I figured why not start with this book. If you don't know what this book is, it's about Victor and Eli, and they're college roommates, and they're doing like experiments for extraordinary abilities, and they move from the academic stage to the experimental stage, and apparently like shit goes down. So yeah, I'm really excited to crack this one open. Okay, and that is all the books that I bought these last few months. Wow, I really need to stop buying books, but you know, that's not gonna happen. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know what you think down in the comments. I would really appreciate it if you could like this video, maybe share it with some friends. I would also appreciate if you hit that subscribe button so you can see more of my videos that I am putting out. So yeah, thanks again for watching. I hope to see you soon. Bye guys.